My mother had a major stroke in 2013, and she couldn't speak, she couldn't swallow, she couldn't walk, of course. So I took care of her every day. I felt I can do it, and I felt I like to do it. So when I got this opportunity, I jumped on.
Family, caring for my mom at the age of 9. She had breast cancer and diabetes. I had to be a little medical assistant at an early age.
I was looking to make a job change. I wanted the possibility of working with children or working with seniors. I had never done anything like this before. It's gone by so fast.
I've been in healthcare for 22 years. I prefer the home care over the hospital if I can be more one-on-one with someone instead of just having 18 clients at one time.
As I grew up helping my mom take care of my grandmother, I have enjoyed doing this job. It's taught me a lot about just how to be a better person even outside of work.
I was working at a supermarket and I wasn't getting enough hours. There was a job coach and I said to her, I said, oh, I'm so frustrated with this job. They cut my hours again. She said, girl, come on to my job. You'll get hired. And then I went into home care. I didn't know anything about the field, and then I fell in love with it.
I'm used to working in the corporate world, I'm used to working in offices, doing seminars, but this change is something that I'm really got a passion for. This here, I get to see a different side of me that can handle a lot of situations.
Paying it forward with love. Because I always tell my coworkers, you guys, it's them today. This is us tomorrow.
Being a CarePro, I could say you will learn a lot and teach a lot. You get something, you get something more back in return. Especially they know you genuine and love what you do.
The companionship aspect of it. The person that you're caring for, they look forward to seeing you.
I think people, they need this kind of encounter. They need a really human connection to talk about deep things. And so that's what I learned to do.
It's okay to be personal. It's okay to cry. It's okay to have those feelings. You know, some people be like, well, it's just a job. No, you get attached to these families. And then I also look at it as, what if it's my mother or me laying in that bed? I would want my CarePro to be nice, gentle.
There's a couple that I do. Been together for a long time, and I love the genuine relationships they have. I brought off a Connect 4 over for us to play. The wife beat him 3 times. Like, that was adorable that he kept thinking he was gonna win, but the wife outdo him every time.
I did have a lady who was all about her recipes. Whatever she wanted to eat that day, we cooked the meals together. And we made potato soup and stuffed cabbage, acorn squash, things that I would never make. That was really nice to be with her, as I still do make some of the recipes I learned from her.
Yesterday I was with a client who is very sick. He can barely talk. And yesterday I said, maybe I will try some food. I was giving him, and by the end of this he smiled to me. And I felt, oh my God, I love it. He smiled.
The moment that I really remember is when my client that I'm normally with trusted me to make sure that he was safe. He's actually a VA client, and he is part of the PVA, so the Paralyzed Veterans of America. And he goes on a lot of recreational trips. He's part of the National Veterans Wheelchair Games, and they travel and they compete in these games. And it's almost like an Olympics for Paralyzed Veterans of America. And he taught me how to fish, which is not something you would think from like a CarePro job, but he taught me how to fish. So you learn a lot of things.
When me and my clients talk, we talk about life, family, kids. They teach me how to be a better parent, how to be there for my kids as I get older. I had a client that was a musician. When I went to his house, he played upright bass. He had like 7 all over his house. He had a beautiful baritone voice, and he would do his vocal training. He was awesome.
One case, the daughter-in-law was taking care of her mother. She was so glad I was there so she could go out and run her errands and things. But we had a moment where she broke down into tears. And I was there to encourage her, but just sometimes people have those moments. I guess she just felt as though she wasn't doing enough, but I was able to be there to reassure her and encourage her that you're doing a wonderful job.
I let my guard down with them, and I let them be themselves, and they let me be myself, and we get along fine. And what I do when I meet all my clients now, I observe them and I watch their patterns, their behaviors, and this is how I learn about them.
And I try to do this. I try to establish friendship before being caregiver. I had experience yesterday with one client, dementia. I was trying to connect and I looked in the room, I saw many pictures, photos. And I said, "This is your family." And she said, "No, they are friends." And I went from there. I always watch what is their interest. They like movies. I start with movies. I watch the room where he lives, what kind of paintings he has. So I can, the environment is important to establish connection with them.
We all have good days and bad days. You have to be able to go with the flow. You don't know what's going to happen on a given day. Even though the care assessment says one thing, it might not be that way every day.
My current client that I'm with, he is a big Browns fan. Unfortunately, I'm not big into sports, but I still interact with him. But I still am actively listening, still remember the names that he's telling me. Being in this job, you have to be conversational. Don't be afraid to just talk.
Sometimes people that we're caring for get frustrated, and it's not necessarily because they don't like you or they don't want you there. They have conditions, and you just have to have patience and empathy to know that you're there to meet their needs and to make their quality of life better.
Don't look at this, "Oh, I'm just coming in here, pass out this med, feed this person, sit with them, be companionship." No, you gotta engage conversation. And, I'm a people person, and that ain't gonna never change.
I have been so blessed to have such great clients. Everyone that I've met and everyone that I've cared for, we just fit together.
And I always call my clients, my extended family. Because I've worked for companies and they said, "You can't get close to the client." And I said, "No, that's not me."
I'ma always be a crybaby, because that's just me. And I'm a compassionate person. And I love hard. When people always say, "You shouldn't get so close." That would be a problem for me if I have a caregiver and they didn't care. That's a red flag.
Homeless Day is a good program to walk into as far as to learn before you get out in the field, as far as to learn everything you need to know. Y'all have the classes.
The training is awesome. I've never been with a company that's had training like you guys do. Because with that training and the notes that you guys give, I carry it out into my day-to-day work, especially with the dementia. I've had to use that so many times, and it has been a big, big help.
My first client passed, and it was just like my whole world was just crushed. I won't try not to get emotional, but I did come in. I spoke with some other people. We're here if you need us for anything, and that was a good thing to know that I had support from my job. First of all, because I've never had a job that showed so much compassion for their employees.
There's a lot of clients that need just 2 hours of care, and there's some clients that need 24 hours of care. So there's a huge variety. Emotionally, it's a bit easier. You do get connected with your clients, but it's not someone that you grew up with. Some physical aspects are a bit harder because my client that I'm with is a fall risk. So helping him with that was different than what I grew up with.
Bedbound. I do work with a second person for one of our bedbound.
I can tell you something very simple. I have a client used to go to the bathroom every 7 minutes. And he couldn't walk. I should help him to go to the wheelchair, take him to the bathroom.
I've had Parkinson's, I've had various forms of dementia. Most of my clients are compliant. Once they get to know me and know my routine and I know their routine, we feed off of each other. We come to a neutral ground and we work together as a team.
I've had some people that has been so, not so much combative, but can be mean, say some things that you be like, whoa, I didn't see that coming. But you got to remember, these people are sick. And so a lot of stuff I learned, you don't take it to the heart. It is what it is. I'm here to do a service.
I prefer working with clients that have dementia. There are so many of our dementia clients that they are scared, don't know what's coming next. It really does help by talking through it with them, telling them what you're going to do ahead of time before you do it, encouraging them to eat because some of them don't remember that they have to eat. If you're not there, they may not get a meal.
My recent one, that Lewy body dementia. And he was scary at first. He would laugh and joke with you, and then a second later, he'd be mad at you, cursing at you. And I had to train myself to step back, observe, meet him where he's at. That's how I got through it. Because it catch you off guard. It was called sundowning. The person that was there before me would be like, okay, he's about to change. Yeah, okay, I'm ready for him. With that dementia, you have to meet them where they're at.
Most challenging things? I'm not good to deal with death, But now, maybe that's the best lesson that I've learned through this job, is how to face death. How to be really able to sit with people that are going to die very soon. And one caregiver colleague told me one time, she was leaving, I was, shifting, and I was like, so how is it going? And the caregiver said, I think he is declining. And I was thinking, all of them, they will be declining. And I was thinking, actually, we go with people in the last part of their journey. We don't know them before that. And this is our job. Our job is to go with them in the last part of their journey.
Since I've been with Home Instead, I've had 3 hospice patients. It's a calling because I got to know each one of them and I've had really intimate experiences with them.
I get asked, what's the hardest part of the job? I said, when we lose a client, someone we've been doing for so long. That becomes my mom, my dad, my grandparent, and when their family's not there, I'm the closest thing to family they have. I have to look out for them. That's not only of my job, it's just my character.
So yes, I have this in my mind about death, but also I keep in my mind funny things and lovely things from people that I am working with and they're still alive. With this guy, he's very intellectual. He reads a lot, he knows a lot of movies. And I am too. So we are in kind of, challenging each other. Oh, you know this song? Which singer is this?
Don't be scared. You can do it. You can do it.
It sounds very simple, but I just ask questions and I actively listen.
When the client is aggressive, pushy, and not respectful, this is the most difficult for me. First, ask yourself why you are doing this. If you cannot answer the why, don't do it. Second, be loving and patient. If you don't have these 2 characteristics, don't do it. Third, always be human.
I would say to somebody who's thinking of being a caregiver, go for it. Give it the best you can. Make sure that they know you are there with them for them.
If you're not for sure about the things you're doing, we have a great team here at Home Instead. If you're in a neighborhood and it just came up and you said, dang, I wish I could talk to somebody, I'm kind of nervous, the next couple hours I gotta be at work. So don't be scared. Stop by. Come in, talk to someone. They're here to help you.
Some people are like, oh, they're mean, and don't you come in there being mean. You've got to come in there with a positive, cheerful attitude no matter how bad your day may be. I have my good days, I have my bad days. I'm not always smiling, but I've got to check my ego at the door, I got to put all that to the back.
This is very important for any caregiver. Find a time to recharge. How do I recharge? Personally, I read. I listen to music. Listen to music with clients, I do this a lot.
Being a new caregiver, you have to engage with the client because they know, they recognize that she doesn't want to be here with me. You know, they have to be able to trust you. And you're in their house, showing that you're there with them is a way to show you care and that you are responsible.
It is good with the flexibility, being able to have my own hours that I can make, but also the new experiences. You pick up something new from every single person you go to see. It's good to grab those new little bits of information and take them and just have them for the rest of your life.
A lot of my clients felt that nobody will speak for them, to speak up for them, that nobody believed in them. And I encourage them like, hey, I'm here your support.
The companionship aspect of it. The person that you're here for, they look forward to seeing you. I love what I do. I feel so rewarded when I know that I make a difference.
That's why I'm still doing it. Believe me, I'm not doing it for money. I'm doing it because I'm doing it for money, a part of it, to be honest. But if I'm gonna make more money, I will do something different. But I'm doing it because I feel truly, truly rewarded.
I used to hear horror stories on the news about seniors, and it would bring tears to my eyes. And I was like, not on my watch.
I would want somebody to step up and help me. And I feel like at that stage in their life, they need the most help. That's why I do it.
I would have never thought I would be doing this, but I love what I'm doing, and I've met so many awesome families, so many great people. I'm a people person, and that ain't gonna never change. And that's why I love doing what I'm doing. For mommy's sake, I really do.
Hi, my name is Lisa.
I'm Caprice.
My name is Tarina.
My name is Heather.
My name is Daisha.
My name is Tanya,
I'm a home instead.
And I'm a home instead.
and I'm a Home Instead CarePro.